Samantha Lamb is fighting for her husband's life.
15 seconds.
For her to do this for me is just, it's mind-blowing, really.
He has kidney failure, and Sam's determined to give him one of hers.
Best thing for Andy is to get this kidney transplant as quickly as it can be done from his wife, rather than waiting for an organ from someone who's deceased.
But there's a big problem. Sam's 19 stone, and an operation is too dangerous for her, so she must lose weight, and quickly, if she's to save her husband.
Burning. 3.
Burning.
2.
I know I found the one and only person I'm ever supposed to be with, my real soulmate. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let something as trivial as kidney disease take him away from me. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. I'm too young to be a widow.
Andy Lamb has had a lifetime of kidney disease. He had a transplant 11 years ago, but that kidney has now failed, leaving him critically ill.
No, I pulled up and I said, "Are you alright?" And he's trying to make out he was okay, but then he sort of like struggled back and I said, "Sit down," and he said, "I should be okay in a minute."
His brother Stuart has found him almost unconscious with dangerously low blood pressure.
My heart goes out to him because he said, "I don't want to be a burden." I said, "You're not a burden on anybody."
I can knew there's something wrong. The fact that he looks like
Death warmed up.
Yeah, and the fact that he went straight upstairs. He's coming down now. You can hear him.
That not blue one.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Do you want a cup of tea?
No.
Water? Coke? You can see you darker around the eyes today.
Sat there for ages, the blood pressure was really low.
Quite clammy.
The illness means he can't play an active role in bringing up his daughter Bea. A transplant would get family life back to normal.
Andy's been on the donor list for a long time. His kidney failure is getting worse. The chances of him getting a donor whilst he's on the list is slim, very, very slim. Because he's had one before, makes it more complicated. So it's not working, so I want to do what I want to do now. You know, we've tried it his way and this is my way, which is to do whatever I have to do to give him my kidney and make him better.
Sam has given herself 4 months to lose the necessary weight.
That is 60 calories. Just doing about 2.5 minutes running. It's not bad.
It's already 5 weeks since she made her life-changing decision.
When I went to see the doctors at the time, I was nearly 19 stone. So, I mean, the doctor weighed me and she said, not good, got to lose weight. The restrictions are they just wouldn't do it because it's too much risk for them. I mean, I need to be fit and healthy to have this, to give the kidney so that I can recover quickly and go home, not cause the NHS more operations, struggles, worries afterwards, and Andy more struggles and worries afterwards.
5.
Her coaches, Chris Hubble and Andy Parsons, have created a programme for Sam which involves a 2-hour gym session, 5 days a week.
2.
Absolutely no way is it going to be easy. It's going to push me to my limits in every single way. And I've just got to carry on, because if I don't, it's too much at risk, too much to lose.
It's such a lot for her to take on, especially somebody who's never really worked out before. It's a lot of stress on the body. What she's going through is so stressful, not just physically but mentally as well. Right, so what I've got on the bar here is what she's got to lose from day one to the op. So we've got here it's about 22 kilos altogether. That's quite a weight in itself, you know, for anybody to lift, and that's, you know, that's what she's got to take off her body. 22 kilos, talking like a small child weight.
22 kilos equals 3.5 stone.
I know I was mucking around with some of it, but...
But what really matters is Sam's body mass index.
Right, thumbs on top, palms on the mat strips, arms out straight. Okay, so today we're 41.1.
Chris, what was I starting?
Your BMI when we first took it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. 42.8 you were. So yeah, so we're still on the right direction. We need to get you below 36 for your optimum.
35.
35 is ideal, yeah.
Alright. I'm going to put you up to 9, okay, for a minute, okay?
There's going to be days where she's going to not feel 100%, she's not going to feel right, and she's just got to overcome all of that and keep thinking about the end goal. Whatever motivation could you want, you know, to lose weight and to potentially save your husband's life?
I'm not designed for running. Honest.
Kidney failure has left Andy adapting to a very different lifestyle. His body is unable to process fluid, which means he doesn't create much urine.
I'm on a fluid restriction. I'm down to 1 litre a day. And obviously the more I take on, the more I've got to lose when I go on dialysis. You've got to count things like gravy, if you have gravy with your meal, and even the water you take to take your tablets. You've got to count that in with it as well. So it's not really a lot what you're drinking. When I've got too much on, or I've got too much fluid on board, it sort of builds up in my leg there. You can see if you press in, there's quite a lot of fluid there at the moment, which tells me really I've gone probably a little bit overboard, drank more than I should have done.
To control his condition, Andy has dialysis 3 times a week, each session taking 4 hours.
It's what's keeping me alive at the moment. If I didn't have it, then my blood would fill up with toxins, I'd fill up with fluid, and probably wouldn't last long. So it's a must at the moment. It's keeping me alive.
I met Andy in Essex when we were working for the ambulance service up there. We were both working for the same company, and I just sort of didn't even know he was there until we got put together on shift one day, and sort of went from there really. Andy was like quite persistent, and I think what he did say to me, what he said to me a few times actually, that he got to the point where it's like, right, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to give up. And then it was like, oh, actually, don't go anywhere because I quite like this.
When we first met, I told her about I'd had a transplant, and you know it could fail, and I'd be back on dialysis and needing another transplant. And it was from then that she said, "Well, if you do, I'll do it." I thought it was just she was being nice by saying it, you know. And yeah, I passed it off a little bit. But then as time got on, and like I said, the kidney did fail, and it came to it that I did need another one. And she still wasn't backing down. You know, reality struck, and I thought, well, she's going to do this.
To find somebody who accepts you for who you are, for what you are, and doesn't really want to change you in any way, apart from making you better, making your life better. Grab it, stuff him in a room, and keep him. Never let him out, ever.
There are 20,000 people in Britain on dialysis. It keeps them alive, but it's no cure.
Have you got the blood pressure?
Oh, it's 160 over something. 81, is it?
161/85.
It's vital for Andy to be on dialysis. Without dialysis treatment to replace his kidney function, he would die. You can't live without kidney function for more than about 10 days. Unfortunately, though we can replace kidney function quite well with dialysis, we can't deal with all the complications, the most important one of which is the increased risk of heart disease. So the earlier they have a kidney transplant, the better it is from the point of view of their life expectancy and the risk of complications.
Put the needle in. There we go. No girly scream. How does
As easy as
scream?
Sometimes you don't even feel it going in, so...
Yeah, do you think, is that skill, do you think, or...?
Well, that's definitely skill, yeah, absolutely.
Andy is my main concern. Will his heart be okay? Will his blood pressure be okay? Because his main problem is blood pressure at the minute. See, this is another reason for quickly doing it, because if I do it quicker, then Andy's not going to deteriorate so much and we can get there quicker and I can catch him before they go, I'm not happy about doing the operation while he's like this. Because as soon as they say that, you don't really have much choice of coming back. You know, this top of the hill, going down. It's always hard to go back up.
Andy knows Sam can save his life, but he's also aware that the operation will be dangerous for them both.
Obviously, with us removing a kidney, we're taking one of Sam's major organs away. There are risks to any individual, and the worst case scenario is that Sam could die, but hopefully the chances of that happening are absolutely bare minimum because of all the tests and the process that we've been through to determine their suitability.
But Andy isn't convinced.
I don't want Sam to do it. Because I know that although, you know, organ donations are few and far between now and there is a real shortage of them, go through what I'm going through now, the dialysis and everything else, because it's keeping me alive, but I'd rather do that than put Sam at risk. Sam doesn't understand that.
I don't think he'll ever accept it, to be really honest, because at the end of the day, I'm putting myself on the table under a knife for him. And he's got to accept that, and I don't think he can. So he'll get. I mean, there's kill or cure, isn't it? Really. Can you smell that? That's all you could smell yesterday. All I could smell was chips.
2 weeks on, and Sam's now lost a couple of stone, and her BMI has fallen to an impressive 38.1.
Very good. I told you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good. 1, 2. We'll keep going until you get it right. 1, 2. Excellent, Sam. Keep going. Pick up that pace. Don't let it drop off. Come on.
But it's not enough. She must lose another 2 stone, which means more sacrifice.
We wanted to keep a good balanced diet, high protein, plenty of carbs, but the right carbs, so we need complex carbs, which is your brown rice, your brown pastas, potatoes.
When I first started this, they said try and cut back on your processed foods and stuff like that. Eat more vegetables, more fruit, smaller portions. Instead of having a plate full, just have, like, I don't know, salad that size, then a jacket potato the same size as your fist, and then whatever meat or anything the same size as your feet. Yeah, I'll do it with my feet, because my feet are bigger than my fist.
What you need to do is have a lifestyle change, so that really is healthy eating and good exercise. You combine the two, you can't go wrong.
I have to eat more or less the same as what I always used to, but it's just cooked differently and slightly different. Oh, look, Ben & Jerry's is on offer as well.
You can't have it. Yeah.
2 scoops. That is a protein shake. I have this in the morning, which a lot of people will probably say you should have it after your exercise, but this gives me enough energy. It's slow release, and I can do 2 hours worth of exercise on this and I feel fine. If I don't have it, then I can still do the 2 hours worth of exercise, but I come home and I'm ravenous, and it is a case of get out of the way because I'm just going to eat everything. It really does just taste of raspberry milkshake. You want to try some? I really can't believe you fell for that. I'm off to my mum and dad's to pick up B and just see how they are and catch up. So, which is not far, it's only about 15 minutes, if that, from where we live. Okay.
Pray enter.
I come bearing gifts.
Your daughter's hidden.
There's the sort of family group on the wall. That's all through. She's the baby in the corner and growing up more on her ponies and another pony.